Hey everyone, hi Diane, Maxine, Marg, excuse me, croaky throat. How's everyone doing? I don't know, you might have seen this technique. It was Kylie Bertocci had a, Bertocci, I don't know how you say that, Bertocci, had a card sent to her by a friend, and I was looking for her name before and I cannot find it. So and Kylie shared it because the friend doesn't have a blog or anything like that. So I don't know if you caught that, but I thought I'd just show you. You begin off with with the scrappy technique. Let me just grab my, just wanted to do, making sure I've got the right piece of paper here. So what you do is you want to start, actually I was thinking before, you could probably even start, can we all see that? I think we can. There's no measuring here. I reckon we could just start, Kylie said to start right on the edge. I actually think if you start down a little bit, then she didn't actually point out, but what I have learned is that if you've got one straight edge, because you're going to put all these pieces across your cardstock, right? So if you have one straight edge, when you go to straighten up all the rest of them, if you have that one straight edge that's straight, you can push it to the top of your trimmer and then go round and round till you get to the top, and it'll all be straight. And you can chop off the top then when you come to that, if that makes sense. So how do you get these strips? Well, simple. I have just used, for this card, I've just used 2 pieces of the Flowers for Every Season paper. And what I've done, you just got to cut crooked. Can everybody see that? Is anyone telling me anything? Hi Jeanette, hi Sharon. So there's it straight and there's it crooked. Okay, that's all we do. We can all cut crooked, can't we? I certainly can. And then the next one, you would just put straight. So then you've got that crooked edge there. Oops, I just got a new blade. I've been using the trimmer so much. So then I was able to do that. So that's all you do. And then I'll layer a few on here so you can see what you do. And you want to make sure, I've got 2 silicone mats here, and you'll see why in a minute. So I want that on there. Actually, I want that on the cleaner one. Don't think it'll matter once I'm finished, whether it's clean or dirty, because it's going to be pretty dirty by the time I've finished, or pretty gluey, shall I say. So you want to, I'm going to work with 2 of these, just because I can. Now you want to make sure you put your glue all the way to the end. You want to make sure your piece is glued, which is why I've prepared one earlier. I'm not going to use all of that end of that, so I'm not going to go all to the end of that. I'm going to just come down just a smidge so I can see the straight edge there. So I've got something to pop up against my trimmer. And it's a good idea too to lay out your paper, but I pretty much know what I'm going to do because I did one like this last night, okay? So that's my smoothing out one, and this is the other side of this one. So you go sort of alternate, go one that way and one that way, if that makes sense. And the reason you want it stuck securely on the end, you might think you have, but trust me, it doesn't always, it's not always the case. So I know I don't want really that end on there, so it doesn't matter if it's straight or not. That's not straight, as you can see. So we do that, and then I want a different one. We might come with the floral one of this. You can see they're all different sizes. Just random. Really good to have a silicone mat or two for this technique. And did everyone know you had a fat end and a skinny end of the Tombow? I did not until I was going up to my uplines when my lovely girl, who was my downline, she dropped some time ago. Margie, she was telling me on the way up there because we were using it for something, and I said, "No, it's only got one end, Margie. You're mistaken." Anyway, she couldn't wait to get there and show me that it had two ends, and I'm like, "Oh, seriously? I did not know that." So you learn something new every day. Very seldom use this fat end, but for this technique, it's pretty vital. Try not to get that in the glue. So you can see I'm just alternating. I'm just going to pop down these pieces that I've got already cut. That might encourage me to actually finish this card. Should have cut more, I'm going to go with that one. Should have cut more of the green backed one, shouldn't I? Never mind. Might be going to run out of this soon. I've got plenty of glue. So for this technique, why I haven't yet done it as a class. I thought, well, it's personal choice really. If you can't stand getting all icky sticky, you won't like this technique. But I mean, hey, it washes off, doesn't it? I'll show you a great way to wash it off in a sec. So I might need to smooth that down really well. We might have this piece finished just about, mightn't we? Only could have cut a couple of more bits and I would have been done. Well, you're best to leave it overnight. I've left the piece that I've got ready. I've left that overnight and I didn't lose any bits. You'll see what I mean. When you cut it down, you can lose some bits, and it's a bit hard to see where they go. I'm going to actually cut another one of these. That's probably wasteful because that's a good full sheet, but let's do it so I can get this piece finished, so that I can go back and finish it after. Bang crash. So we had yellow. We had yellow. I'm getting mixed up here. We had the floral, which is this one. Oh, then the yellow. Then we had this one, didn't we? Is that right? Yeah, I think so. We had that one, and then we had no, we need two more bits of that. Yeah, there was something wrong. Two more bits of this green. You can, of course, use the scraps. I was excited to learn that you could do it with the 6x6 papers. So yellow, what follows yellow? That one follows yellow, and then we have the green. I'm all sorted now. got it clear in my head. This one, yellow then, yep. I keep running out of a clear spot on my mat, as you can see. Or maybe you can't see. Yes, you can. Just hope I've got it to the edges that I'm using. Come this way. And then we want our green piece. None of them are dry enough for me to get off yet either. I might use the bottom of this, I think. So once the glue dries, you can just lift it up, peel it off. It's a bit hard to get off when it's wet. And you want to cover that end there because you might need that bit. Okay, so this is what you're left with. Then you will flip it over, but I would encourage you to wait until this is all dry, because let me just bring that in, see if we can do a couple. If it's not stuck properly, sticking everywhere, and it sticks all over you as well. If it's not stuck properly, you can lose bits. Probably not as crucial with this part of it, but I'm just gonna not go any further with that just yet. Just pop that over there to dry. Pick that up. Try and do something with that. Let me unstick my hands because they're driving me nuts. I might actually pop some of that on there too. This is, I'll show you in a sec when I get my hands unglued. Most of my class ladies have seen it anyway. And this was courtesy of Gail Sayers. Thank you, Gail. She suggested two, I can't remember what the other one's called, but this one's called Oomph, Oomph Goo and Stain Remover. And that's what I use for my hands. And I actually used it on my trimmer because my trimmer was so sticky last night too. After, when you see all the cards I've made with this technique, you'll see why. Okay, let's dry them on your jeans like you do. So then that becomes, this is sticky as well. Really sticky, everything's really sticky. That becomes that. And you could easily, this was Kylie's scrappy technique, you could easily use that as is. I have not done that so far. I saw them all online, I just thought, oh yeah, that looks good, but I just hadn't got around to making a card with it. So then you'll take this. Does everyone know what I'm talking about? What I'm talking about is, this one's pretty much similar to Kylie's, so I'll just show you that. But I've swapped a couple of colours out. This is Bermuda Bay. I've used the new pink, Gorgeous Grape, and Daffodil Delight, where Kylie used the new Jade. I just swapped that out. I was going to change it all together, but I love those colours. So darn you, Kylie, you used my favourite colours, nice and bright. So doesn't that look as though you've just spent hours putting all those little pieces in there? Well, no, you haven't. This is what you've done. So come over to 1 centimetre. cut these in strips. Love that when you use the designer series paper, you've got four different looks with just 2 sheets. Another paper I thought would look beautiful with this, and I was going to do, would be the greenery one and the beautiful world one. Wouldn't they just look stunning? I actually did, oh no, I didn't use the world paper. There's a couple more samples. I did some samples using this for the for our team challenge. We had a challenge. I wasn't going to, because I was one of the admins. I thought, oh, I don't have to join in the colour challenge, and then it got the better of me. I thought, oh, I could make a scrappy card with a mosaic card with that. So I made a mosaic card and a guy's card with the same colours for a totally different look, except mine look, this Seaside Spray on mine looks purple, which spoils the look of the card, I think. Anyway, in real life it looks good. Hoping I'll have enough with this one. With the one I did last night, I had enough to decorate, oops, to decorate the envelope. That's not, let's cut it down in case we need it, because we can always put a flower or something. We don't need that. We can always put that thin strip on the inside too, can't we? We can improvise. We're very good at that, aren't we? Now hopefully I've got this here. Now what we do, I'll flip over to the dry side. Just going to quickly see whether all of these are going to fit or not. This is going to be my finished piece, so I think it is. Anyway, oh, I forgot to tell you, Kylie didn't give measurements. She has card templates. Well, I don't have them. I started off with, you need a sheet that's bigger than your normal card size. I started off with the sheet that I've stuck all these on was, let me see, so I can tell you. I had a ruler here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it was 1/4 of a piece of cardstock, where previously I've used a 7-inch long piece. Yeah, that's 10.5 by yeah, 14 point, looks like 14.8. I thought it was half, but anyway, close enough. So that'll go on there. So what I aim to do is to have that going right to the top. Just work out your pattern a little bit before you start. You want to have a gap in the middle. Oh no, I'm doing it wrong, sorry. Doing it wrong. I think, am I? Yeah, I am, I think. Gets me so confused. Let's see. I think I've flipped that, so that's going to work perfectly for me. So if I just keep going, except they're sticking to my fingers. If I flip that, and keep it that way. You could do it either way. I just don't want to run out of pieces, that's all. And I thought I'd done it the other way, but as I said, it doesn't really matter. We want to just get there in the end. Got a couple of bits, a couple more bits here. I kind of wanted to fill that. I don't know why I'm not, doesn't matter. Would have been a thinner bit, I reckon. So, am I happy with that? Let's have a look. I'm a bit all over the place. You can make it make it so that you've got more, don't want that. Oh, I know. If I have, stop sticking to me. If I have that at the end there, and then stick it down so it doesn't do that. I just want to be sure that I'm going to, what I was going to do was have that on that end. Oh yeah, I think that might work. That's what I did last night. I had one starting flush on one end to start with, and then the other one, yeah, that should be there, I think. Well, let me work this out. And then if that one is there, yeah, that one's going. I'm going to stick this one down because it's annoying me. It keeps sticking to my finger and jumping. So I've got way too much glue there. Never mind. Now this one. It's going to get stuck right on the edge. And then this one, I think, I'm going to stick right on that edge. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Then just worked this out last night actually after doing several. And then I've only got to trim off every second one when I flip it over. So because this one's on this edge, I need to make that. Glue fit, glue to the edge. Okay. Oh, I told you this was sticky. Goodness me. It's also coming out the end of this one now. Oh, goodness me. A bit of a love-hate, this glue, isn't it? Now, this one's got to be right at the top of that edge. Who's crafting with me? I'm making one of these. Anyone? Just going to get rid of my mess while I can. Hopefully I'm not going to destroy anything by being on the wet bit. I'll just move that over there. I might just flip that over now because the other side should be dry. It's a gorgeous technique, but my goodness, it's sticky. I might have enough on the back of that, have I? good. Okay, now it's this end. This end that's got to be... I think I just mucked up with my last one, didn't I? Anyway, it doesn't... We're not going for perfection tonight. I'm not thinking straight. Was my aim, but it's not... I haven't stuck to the plan, have I? As you can see, I've got two ends together there, but it's still giving me a nice pattern, and it will show you don't have to worry too much, because I've got that one stuck there. I do want to come back here and stick that close to the edge as I can there. Need a bit more. Oh my God. Can't even get my lid off. Ah. Got one of those gooby things on the end of my glue that he doesn't want to come out. We'll get there. You can see the pattern emerging, I'm sure. Probably should be going right to the end, because when I chop the edges with my scissors, it's probably going to, the bits are going to fall off. Now, that was meant to be, that went like that, but it must be the other way around. Yeah, that's right. Oh, see what happens? And it's not stuck, and that has been stuck overnight. That's just probably just because I'm so sticky. Looks like I've got two there. You want to just watch that carefully, because you don't want to undo all your work. When you chop them off, you don't want them all falling off and you don't know where they go, but you knock a nice little jigsaw. But it's not the end of the world. That happened to a couple of mine because I was too impatient to wait, and I need that glue right to the edge of that, because that's going to be stuck on this. I think it's this end anyway. Even if you can't find where they've come from, you can improvise. We can fix anything, well, pretty much anything, can't we? So I'm going to make that go right to the edge there. I wonder, this one looks a bit thicker, doesn't it? It's probably not, it's just my eye. Got one that I think is, I don't know whether it's a trick of the eye, but it looks a bit thinner. I might be able to get these two, and I'm not going to have enough for the envelope, but that's okay. I must have had a bigger piece starting off with my other one, because I had a piece for the envelope and for the inside. Now I've got to flip that one around. And if I do that, that looks good. And I reckon I might just use this little one here, although, where did my ruler go? I've got enough to make it. No, not quite. So I'm just going to put piece in there. Because you do need to cut it down, sometimes it doesn't really matter that this is a littler piece. Anything goes. I can't touch my screen because I've got so much glue on me at the moment to see if anyone's asking questions or anything. Hope I haven't gone through the whole thing and people are wanting to know things. Go right on the edge there, but I do want to leave a bit of a gap. So this one's going to have to be trimmed down on this edge. I don't know quite how we're going to go. I was going to do an extra one so I didn't have to put you through all that gluing, but didn't think I needed to. But let's see. Just get that stickiness off my hands. I might actually just leave that for a couple of seconds. I'll see what you guys are saying, if anything. Hi, Belinda. You used a paintbrush, did you, Dorian? I'd sort of like to use what we have. It's not really that bad. You can clean your hands up pretty well. I was going to leave that for a sec. I might leave that just for a sec while I do, hopefully do the greeting. Don't know about you guys, but my white embossing has been woeful lately, and I'm not sure why. That's a bit of a rugged strip there too. Anyway, let's see how we go. Oh, I went back in to grab my blends as well, and I forgot. Came out and someone knocked on the door, and I came out and thought, oh yeah, I didn't need anything else. Now I've forgotten them. Anyway, we'll manage. Oops. Oh. Now I've totally ruined that, I think, because it's such a small piece, perhaps. Yeah, I'm going to have to dry that anyway, but I don't think it's going to be any good. Let's see. That's not too bad. It's a bit, the ends are a bit raggy of the piece, but that's I've changed my blade on my trimmer since then. That's all that is, but yeah, it's not my best, but it's okay. Now, can do this with your little paper snips. I prefer not to, because these ones here are supposed to be adhesive resistant, they're not so much anymore because I've had them for years. Just saves me getting glue on my paper snips. So turned over to the wrong side and get those ones off. Now I should not have had to trim this down. They should have fitted exactly, but they didn't. As you saw. So we might have to trim it down to the next size. Not sure what I'm going to do here. We can fix it. Actually we might, because we've got a gap on the other side as well. I'm not going to trim those ends, but I might just trim. Well, I might have to make it the next size, mightn't I? Let's see. I'm going to go carefully here because I don't want to knock any pieces off. I might have to. That's 10. I might have to come back to 9.5, I think. Hopefully not lose any. Oh, here it is here. Oh, it's stuck in there as well. Could actually use that for our inside, couldn't we? Then we've got to trim this back as well. So this was not my intention, but these things happen. So I wanted that trimmed down to, as you can see where all the little pieces are. That's why you want to, have I gone too far? I may have gone too far even. I have. Ah, my eyes are deceiving me tonight. And I've lost my little matte piece, I think. Yeah. Not thinking straight, am I? What have I done here? I've cut off too much lengthways. 13.3, and I've gone to 9.5, so that's 5. Yeah, if I go to 9 this way, it'll just be a bit shorter than what it's meant to be. No one designed it except me anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just that I don't, and I didn't have a matte piece. I thought I had a matte piece there, but I don't. Let's grab one. Let's make one. Oh, actually we might be able to make one out of this that I've had a chomp out of, mightn't I? So that's got to be 9.5, I think. Just going to measure in case I mess up again. Yeah, 9, so 9.5. And we do this at do this one at, it's about 13.4, oh yeah, 13.9. Talking to myself here, sorry. See how that goes. See, my little piece there is threatening to come off. Just because he didn't have long enough to sit. Yeah, that's still going to be okay. Now I want to stick my You know what? I'm not real happy with that happy birthday. Not real happy at all. I thought I had another piece like that. Oh, that's okay. Just use this piece. Could use a do-over. At least this time it won't be raggy. I don't know why I put off changing my trimmer blades. It's not hard. That's better. Get some heat on it before I stick my fingers in it. There we go. Now we can cut that down. Yep, looks good. Oh, you know what? That is a little crooked. I think it is. Trust me to start with a crooked edge. Well, I assumed that would be straight. Let's straighten it up. Obviously, it wasn't a straight piece to start off with. How many goes can I have, guys? How many goes am I allowed? Now is that straight? I hate anything crooked. Yeah, that's straight. Right, third time lucky, we hope. That's not the best either, but look, we can't be here all night, can we? I don't know, see what I mean about my white embossing? It's hopeless. And hopefully I've got that straight. Yep. Looks good. Okay. So we're going to have that there. That is terrible, but look, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to fix it later. Am I going to use one of these ones? It's terrible. It's really terrible. That one's the best one. But he was on a crooked piece, wasn't he? Hang on. Let's see if we can straighten him up. I know what I'm going to do. Just bear with me a second. Now, if this doesn't fit, I'll be cross. It just does not. It just does not fit. Crazy. Oh. Let's see if I can straighten this up. I will. I can get that on that straight line. That might work. I saw Frenchie do that before with the strips. She had really thin strips with our new trimmer. She managed to do even half of that width. Oops, now I'm dropping everything. Now that's better. Should have gotten my blends while I was in there. I didn't get any embellishments, but I can show you what I put on my other card. Don't want to keep you too long. Me making mistakes and messing about. And that might have moved down from that edge, I think. Just watch your little bits. As I said, you're better to wait. Might put, can't actually put, I don't normally do things this way, but in this instance I will, because I don't want to put glue in that gap. And you can put dimensionals on there. I'm not going to. So we don't want it too fat to go through the postman's measuring thing, do we? And I can just centre that into the inside of my card. So I've got quite a bit of border there on that one. And for the inside, where's all my little bits? Oh, I have got 2 bits left. I thought I only had 1. I just see there was no stamping except for the embossing, and I made a mess of that too, didn't I? Oh, flip that around now. I've got glue on my hand again. So that's your inside. Just get that off. Everything's sticky tonight. Just chop the end off that you don't need. What's going on here? Scissors didn't want to work. And I'll just put some snail on that one. I'm sick of the sticky glue. I'll just show you some other ones in a sec. Just gonna stick that in there. That's our inside. Glue there, got glue everywhere tonight. And then we've even got a piece. That won't quite go all the way, but actually I don't mind that. Just comes in a bit each way. Looks quite good. I do say so myself. You put it on with multi-purpose, you can be sure it won't come off. Sticks well, that stuff. So there you go. After much ado, there is our little mosaic card. Thanks, Belinda. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Denise. Hi, Marg. Okay, so here's the one I did last night. Didn't have quite so much fun as I did tonight with that one, and this was what I was going to do, but I'm short one pink one, so I was actually going to grab some rhinestones and colour those with blends and pop on there, which is what I'll do after the video's finished. And I did promise to show you a few more. I've gone a bit crazy with this. Oh, why do I go crazy with everything? Because I just love it so much, that's why. And that's the envelope for that one. I've just gone down the side of that one. Let's get my trimmer out of the way so I can get to these cards. So as you can see, it's quite easy really. Only thing I had trouble with was being stuck, being overly sticky, and the embossing. My embossing's pretty good on that one. That's one I showed you before. So this was with Pick a Pattern, and from All of Us, I've just fussy cut the little turtle, the monkey and the little bird from that and coloured them in for a baby card. And what's the other one? Where's that other one I was going to show you? Oh, and there's the same paper. So this one's Pick a Pattern, and so is this one. I'm using my new set. So this was one that I got in the card sale last week, and so was this one, the goats one. So I've gone from a baby card to well, this is going to be for hubby's birthday next week, I think, because he wasn't very nice to me the other day. So happy birthday, you old goat. I got you a cake, but I ate it. So that's what he's getting for his birthday on Tuesday. I'm mean, aren't I? And these were the ones I did for the World Card Making Day, as most of you have seen. Our colours were Sahara Sand, Seaside Spray, Mint Macaroon and Soft Sea Foam. So you can see that I've gone masculine with the grey, and this one I've used the white to tone it down for a baby's card. So just depends on what colours you use and what you actually do with them. This one I used, what did I use for this? Artistry Blooms, and it's a little, used the Zany Zebras. That was cute. This one was another one I played with, like, I don't know why, that might have been my first one. I ended up not having quite enough, and that's why I did the other one. This one was with, I was just trying to work out sizes, so, and I had a go at embossing the, this is the paper from Celebration, just some retired paper that I used, because I was just messing about with sizes and I didn't really pay much mind to how it turned out, but I actually quite like it, the bright colours and so forth. And I haven't matted that, I've just gone straight onto the outside the card, which you could do too, so yeah. Yeah, so it's been quite fun, and you could keep going. So I'm glad I'm glad live is tonight, otherwise I probably would have kept going, but I need to get, thanks Belinda. Thanks Sharon, they are pretty cute, aren't they? You like my variations, Rosalind? Thank you. Hi Rita. Hi Denise friends, how are you? Got 2 Denises tonight. Very good. Okay, so, and you forgive all my mucking around, don't you, my mistakes? But anyway, we got there in the end, and it's quite a cute technique for you guys to have a go at if you don't mind getting all sticky. Doesn't matter if you're on your own if you get sticky, does it? So yes, so I've got to get to working on class samples, which I have been doing this afternoon. It's been tricking me a little bit. I knew what I was going to do, but yeah. So class is next Saturday at 1:30, and RSVP date is the 13th, which is my husband's birthday. That's why I picked the 13th. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.